focus. Ideate, innovate, enable.
days, 5,000 delegates and over 300 exhibitors, Invest Karnataka 2016 was the Karnataka government's first such global business summit to showcase what the state has to offer to foreign and domestic investors alike. Hello and welcome. I'm Kritika Saxena. Over the next 30 minutes, we will get you a capsule of what Invest Karnataka 2016 was all about. Before we kick things off, let's listen in to what the Chief Minister of Karnataka had to say and his speech to investors and the central government.
Invest Karnataka is not an end in itself. In fact, it is the beginning of a new chapter in the history of this great land, a land which desires for its high growth and the growth of the nation. Our goal is to make Karnataka the growth engine of India.
We also caught up with the Minister for Industries, who is the man behind the vision for the Global Business Summit or Invest Karnataka 2016 to understand his pitch to investors.
The response we received was so tremendous, it was beyond our imagination. It shows the strength of Karnataka. Karnataka can offer many things. The most important is the human capital, the excellent skilled labor, the excellent weather, the excellent law and order, the stable government under the leadership of Mr. Siddaramaiah ji. And please understand, though there are so many sectors, steel, cement, IT, BT, tourism, aviation, defense related, agri, textile, this time we have identified 14 sectors such as IT, BT, aviation, tourism, manufacturing, infrastructure, textiles, agri, startups. And on these sessions, 7 countries have joined us in this.
1st of February, we have cleared almost all the proposals which have come for the Invest Karnataka. Okay, we have taken a drive and we have cleared most of the proposals. And whatever has come yesterday and today, they would be in the form of MOUs, and that also we have done a lot of screening. We have seen only genuine investors which are going to succeed in Karnataka, only such companies we have signed the MOUs. As usual, most of the investments are in the industries, the energy sector, the agro food processing and IT, BT, textiles, etc.
When there's an event of a large scale, obviously there would be important chief guests. So, Invest Karnataka 2016 saw big names like Ratan Tata, Narayana Murthy, Anil Ambani, Gautam Adani, Sachin Jindal, who graced the occasion and the event and in fact offered large capital to invest and expand across Karnataka.
But the reality is that all youngsters want to be in Bangalore. So therefore, my request to Minister Deshpande and to the Chief Minister is to help us make Bangalore more livable, provide whatever infrastructure facilities are needed to ensure that there is access to whatever educational facilities that our people, that these industries professionals want for their children.
We employ more than 55,000 people in Karnataka, and we are expanding in each of our businesses in Karnataka, which really endorses the fact that Karnataka is a very hospitable and a very progressive state to invest in. We are now invested a lot in a non-for-profit university called the Azim Premji University, which is dedicated to development and teaching. In our information technology business, we are in the midst of a major expansion which will add 25,000 people to Karnataka and to Bangalore.
This is the very special quality of the people of Karnataka, that everyone is positive and everybody wants development in the state. I remember way back in 1968 when my uncle Dr. S.R. Jindal, he came here from Haryana to set up industry in the state of Karnataka. He used to tell us when we were very young that the best state in the country is Karnataka, and when I came here in 95, I realized myself that what a great state this is, and that is why we have invested already over 60,000 crore rupees in the state of Karnataka.
Our growth here has been exponential. Up until now, our investments in Karnataka exceed rupees 13,000 crores, some of which have fruition only in the last 2 years. Let me briefly mention these. At our world-class cement plant in Malkhed, we have recently commissioned a 4 million ton clinker capacity with a 3 million ton capacity of cement at an investment of rupees 2,500 crores. In the cement business alone, up until now, our capex has been close to 5,000 crores in the state. In our globally benchmarkable viscose staple fiber plant at Harihar, we have just commissioned a global expansion.
We have a substantial business footprint across the state of Karnataka. We have invested nearly 5,000 crores in the state across a wide array of sectors, from telecom to energy to entertainment to financial services, and now the defense sector, and created over 5,000 jobs.
The future of India will depend on the future of investments and the coordination of business and high technology, because it's a moving target. There are changes taking place all the time. So this is a place of opportunity, and I urge my fellow businessmen all over the world to consider Karnataka as a place to invest when they're looking at India.
And speaking of big names, CNBC TV 18 exclusively caught up with the JSW Group's chairman Sajal Jindal, Gautam Adani, as well as TVS Motors chairman. Listen in.
Karnataka, we faced a lot of hurdles in the middle because of the ban in the iron ore mining, and there were a lot of things which were not going right in the middle, and the Supreme Court had to step in to fix it. And today everything has been put in order, and now the new MMDR bill has already been passed by the central government,
exactly.
which brings in a lot of transparency in the system. I've been very vocal about it for the last 15 years that we must bring in bills to make mining laws transparent, and it should not be discretionary, and now that's happened. So this is only going to help us in the future for expanding it further.
Okay, so I have to ask you about Lafarge. It's been an important investment that you've been looking at. You've been rapidly acquiring various assets. Are you still confident that, irrespective of the hurdles now in the deal, will you see it through, and are you confident that you'll be able to absorb the company?
Well, we are looking to expand our cement business, and we are looking to consolidate this industry. But we are a very small player as of today, as we speak today, in the cement business. Lafarge is also on our radar, and we are looking at Lafarge acquisition as one of the possibilities. There are many other such options in front of us. So we are looking at those independently and evaluating. And whatever comes right to us, we will be looking at that seriously.
Yeah, right now we have signed the MOU with the state government to expand the existing 1200 megawatt capacity to additionally 1600 megawatt capacity in Udupi. That will be cost around 11,000 crore plus. Also, we're going to plan for expanding the port capacity to additionally handle the import coal cargo for the Udupi power plant. And also we signed MOU for 1,000 megawatt solar power project. So that is the investment right now we have announced for Karnataka.
Right. So going forward, because last time you did acquire, last year in April you acquired, how is it panning out in terms of the performance and also in terms of the revenues? Can you just talk about the revenues post acquiring the company?
No, now this plant is running at 100% availability capacity, and that helps Karnataka partly power shortage, basically helping basically this filling the gaps of the power shortage, and that's why actually now we are more encouraged basically for expansions.
So what's the update on the Australian mines that you've acquired? What's the status of that?
Now Australian mine also today basically we got the approval, environmental approval. Now one approval is pending, and we are hopeful that basically next 2 months that project will be gone.
The last question to you, what's the outlook for Adani Group for 2016-2017?
Not 2016-2017 but 2020 outlook, and that is very stated our position that port capacity will handle more than 200 million tons and power generation thermal capacity by 20,000 megawatt, and coal trading as well as coal mining through our MDO forms. That also we are planning for more than 200 million tons.
So we're doubling capacity over the next 3 years in Karnataka.
Okay, so what is the kind of investment that you're committing or how much would you need to invest over 3 years to be able to expand this?
I think about 350 crores.
So lots of action and lots of excitement at Invest Karnataka 2016. But with that, we'll take a short break. Stay tuned. The excitement will continue on the other side. Welcome back. You're watching a CNBC TV 18 special show on Invest Karnataka 2016. Now, when you talk about Karnataka, you have to talk about the world of IT and the world of startups. In many ways, Karnataka is the startup and the IT hub of not just the country, but in many ways of the world as well. But with other states notching up their game and attracting IT investments, will Karnataka maintain its lead? Many players from within the IT industry say that it will.
Competition is always good, but having said that, when I talk to IT companies, when they look at expanding, when they want unique talent, the number one location they go to is Bangalore.
Companies will need to devise their own strategies based on which markets and which sectors and which segments of technology that they are actually focused on.
It's been phenomenal to be operating out of this state, right? We've seen a lot of sort of highly skilled people, great innovation, safer city and things like that. But obviously there's so much investment that's come in, there are so many people that have come in, and the government's grappling with how to make sure that the city doesn't burst out of its scene. I think that's the area of focus. That's where we're also working closely with the government. A lot of feedback has been given, but generally I feel there's a lot of commitment in that area, and now we can see some improvements, which is good, and there's a lot more to be done. But as you heard, most of the ministers, trying to sort of understood that's the area of concern for most of the global companies and also domestic companies. But good work going on in that area.
Cisco is one of the largest development centers in the country within Bangalore. What is the kind of expansion that you're looking at in terms of investment, in terms of building your employee base, and also what is the larger footprint that you're looking at garnering as far as the overall India market is concerned?
So, last year when our chairman was here, he had made a commitment of $40 million incremental investment into taking more space in Bangalore, setting up new facilities. We are going to open that in March. That's what I spoke about in my speech today. So we're ready to go. We've built that as a smart city, right? And our employees are citizens working in that smart city. So world-class center. We're going to do a lot of innovation for India and globally out of that center. So it's just a reinforcement of our expansion into the state as well as into the country.
Bengaluru, or Karnataka for that matter, is known for some big corporate names that have helped build and encourage public-private partnership. CNBC TV 18 spoke to Kiran Mazumdar Shah, one of such names.
I think Karnataka government is extremely responsible and responsive to what industry needs are all about. I think every time, for instance, there's been the Amazon issue about the VAT and how tax should be viewed, and I think they've been very, very responsive in terms of what should be the overall tax approach to e-tailing, for instance. So I think they don't just basically respond to individual needs, but I think they take it as a holistic need of the sector. So I think Karnataka has been very, very visionary in the sense that they have looked at specific sectoral needs of taxation and incentives, and they've dealt with it. So I think from that point of view, I think they have tried to do as much as they can to incentivize industry.
Okay, but in terms of the kind of expansion that Biocon is looking at within the state, take us through your capital expenditure or your capacity building plan across the next couple of years.
So, Biocon has invested significantly over the years. I mean, to date, we have invested over 3,000 crores in Bangalore itself, and we have already pledged to invest another 2,000 crores over the next 3 years. So I think the investments are significant, It will be anywhere between 5,000 to 10,000 crores over the next 5 to 10 years. And I think the reason why we have decided to make this kind of investment in Bangalore and in Karnataka and in Mangalore is because we found the government very, very supportive. They are true partners in ensuring that investors grow their businesses and scale up their businesses in a way that does not pose sort of difficulties and impediments. So I think they are true partners in this journey, and therefore I think we continue to invest in Karnataka and Bangalore particularly, despite all the other challenges that we have in terms of infrastructure. But I think the government now is realizing that unless they invest in infrastructure in terms of logistics, road connectivity, power supply, and many, many other areas, it is going to be difficult to keep attracting these kind of investments just because the government is very positive.
We also spoke to some companies that have a presence here or are based out of here who are looking at expanding into newer areas, newer verticals across the state of Karnataka.
So far we have made a lot. It started with 2,000 acres and we are now spread over 12,000 acres across India. Right, and the new project which we are starting up is the helicopter plant at Tumkur Gubi, which would gradually in the next 7 years would take us about 5,000 crores of investment and employment for 3,000 people. That's the project which is now at Karnataka, and at the different places of different divisions of HL. The projects are continuing. By about 2018-19 we will take call for further investments on road. And again in Bangalore we would be enhancing the capacity of the LCA manufacturing from 8 aircrafts per year to 16 aircrafts, which would cost us approximately estimated 1,300 crores. HL would be investing that to increase the production rate of LCA also. And another product which is rolled out is Hindustan Turbo Trainer 40. That's also we need to make numbers more than 40. That also requires about 1,000 crore investment, which is very immediate, which is happening.
Okay, so my last question to you is budget is just around the corner. What are your expectations from the upcoming budget? Is there anything that you think can be made to boost the overall?
Oh yes, the theme of the government is Make in India, and we know what are the requirements of our defense forces, and I'm sure there would be greater opportunities for industry in the defense to make this in India.
The one initiative Mr. Deshpande has been pushing us, so since we have the expertise, so we will be doing big time on the affordable housing. That's the only way with which we can meet Mr. Modi's demand, our Prime Minister's Modi's demand.
The aim of Invest Karnataka 2016 has been to attract investment and large capital across key sectors like high-tech, manufacturing, telecom, defense, aerospace, road and transport, and even the very crucial area of steel and metal and mining have been promised across the state of Karnataka. With that, it's time to wrap up this special edition. Many thanks for watching.
Ideate, innovate, enable.